Hello my lovely ravens, welcome back to another video. A bit of a different video this time because the kind people over at Longer have sent me the LK5 Pro 3D printer to try out and share with you all. So I decided to create a little Thanksgiving or fall diorama, whichever way you want to look at this. This is my very first time trying out the 3D printer, and from the moment I received the printer, I was quite impressed. It arrived quickly and safely packaged in this red foam, and following the instructions, it was quite easy to assemble. I did this by myself, however, an extra pair of hands is probably not a bad idea. Let me tell you a little bit about the printer. It can print large models to the maximum size of 11.8 by 11.8 by 15.7 inches and has an upgraded dual blower kit. It is an all-metal integrated design with dual tie rod support, which makes for stable, high-precision printing. It comes 90% pre-assembled, has a 4.3-inch full-color touchscreen and is easy to operate. The machine is really quiet, it's nice to set and forget and get on with things around the studio. It has a resume printing and run-out protection, which means that when the power goes out, it will resume where it left off, and when it runs out of filament, you can add a new coil and it will resume to print. It has ceramic coated glass for easy removal of prints and is resistant to high temperatures. What I particularly like about this machine is that it's super quiet and the resume printing protection, because in my part of the world we tend to get more power outages throughout the summer, which will not affect this machine or my projects that I'm printing. If you are interested in this machine, I will leave a link for you in the description box below, so you can check out more information and perhaps purchase one for yourself. Let's get into what I'm creating here. For my first project, I didn't want to go too crazy as I'm still figuring out the software and how I can use the machine. I found a free printable on Thingiverse, which I will link in the description box as well. It's easy to download, unpick the zip file, drag and drop it in the software, then load it onto the thumb drive that is sent with the machine, plug it in and select the file and print. I did show you that the Fox itself weighs about 15 grams, so out of a kilo of filament, which in Australia costs about $30 to $40, depending on which one you get a lot of prints out of 1 kilogram of filament. Because I wanted to make this full foresty theme setting and the fox in the middle of it, I made my own leaves out of brown paper that comes in Amazon boxes, painted them with acrylic paint, and then punched them out with a leaf punch. And here I'm painting the fox with miniature paints. The filament that I used, I will leave the link in the description box below as well. I'm in Australia, so I ordered that from a local Australian filament shop. But if you are in Australia as well, this might be a good source for you. The filament I used is a matte grey, which is fantastic for painting miniatures. I will leave all the other supplies that I'm using today in this video also in the description box below. As with all 3D prints, you always get these print lines because it prints in a certain way, and that might affect painting, but it did not bother me at all, and probably because it's a log of wood, like a tree, and the fox's fur, but the lines did not bother me at all when I was painting this. And as you all know, if you've been part of this channel for a while, I love painting miniatures. Let me know in the comments down below, do you celebrate Thanksgiving in your part of the world? In Australia we do not, but I know a lot of my friends in America do. But yes, let me know in the comments down below. I would like to know. finally giving this little fox some eyeballs or pupils with this little toothpick, which was the most appropriate tool for giving this fox the eyes. And he can finally see. He looks so cute and adorable. To complete this scene, I also had to print some of these pumpkins. They come in a set. I will also leave that in the description box where you can find that on Thingiverse. These are all free prints. I did not buy any of these. Let's assemble the diorama. First, I'm going to glue this fox and the log onto this piece of wood. It's a coaster with some hot glue. Then applying some PVA glue all over and brushing that out with a paintbrush. On top of the glue, I will sprinkle some dried tea. And then going in with this flocking material, which I've never used before, but I absolutely love it. And again, I will also leave that in the description box below, and just applying that until I'm happy with what it looks like. I'm attaching all the pumpkins with some hot glue, and then I'm also gonna go in around the pumpkins with more of that ground cover, just to give it a more realistic look. And then finally, I'm going to add all these leaves. I am individually placing them because when I just sprinkle them on, they will just go all over the place. I just dip them in some PVA glue and then adding them to the diorama. A bit on the floor, a bit on the pumpkins, and this is the final result. I hope you enjoyed this little Thanksgiving or fall diorama with a little fox. A bit of a different one from what I usually do. Thanks again to the people at Longer and Z-Banks for sending me this machine. All my social media can be found in the description box below, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and of course become part of the Raven family. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!